Lời kêu gọi cuối cùng để chuyển sang tuấn chay và thánh tâm sám hồi phấn pa trinh phổ trong tiết mục Khửa Thầy Vá Tró an giảng bằng xiềng Anh.
Ta về bóng lạ nhà xưa, chừng như đã mấy mười mùa thu sang, vườn sau phủ ngập lá vàng, cỏ gầy phơ phất bên hàng dậu thương.
My brain is just like your brain.
Yes.
I can't at the same time do 10,000 things. My soul is doing all that, and my mind doesn't always know.
Understand.
Yeah, my brain even less. Do you understand now?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Understand.
These things won't escape me, of course, but I have to check
Yes.
because my brain has only limited capacity,
Yes.
and I don't have a lot of time to meditate on everything all the time.
Yes, Master.
So I have to ask somebody who is a reliable source. Yeah. Okay, I will tell you one day. I do hope. Okay,
We hope so, Master.
Thank you, Master. Thank you, Master.
because this is concerning international affairs in all kinds of countries. Even if heaven does not forbid me to tell, I don't want to tell.
Yes, Master.
Sensitive things you have to handle with care, otherwise you go wrong.
Yes.
Yes, Master. Understand.
And not because I'm worried people will think I'm wrong. I'm worried that it will affect the whole world, a lot of people.
Understand, Master.
It might bring harm to them if I disclose too much. So I'm just waiting and we'll see. If I can, I tell you. Just like I told you before, many things about the COVID-19 chief, he told me that it will get worse, remember?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
And now it did get worse. And when I told you, I was also thinking, oh, okay, we'll wait and see. How can it be worse? It's already so bad. How can it be worse? But it became worse.
Yes,
Yes, that's right.
Master.
BA5.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's not just on the surface, things that are underneath people don't know.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Like many other side effects that make people get more sick or die or get different kinds of diseases or different effects that people don't think come from COVID.
Yes. Yes.
Because they maybe recovered and got out of the hospital and tested negative already. So they didn't think anything else has to do with COVID, but they all do. Nowadays, they all do. Many things have something to do with COVID-19. And subvariant.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
It's like that, okay. And then there are some things that I can tell a little bit like that, but I cannot tell everything. I cannot tell you what it will affect because there are too many things also anyway.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
And it got worse anyway, already. It got worse. And more on top of it. Drought or severe weather everywhere.
Yes.
Oh my God, anytime you open the internet, you see it. Like in Italy, one river suddenly became all dry, and 70% of their crops are kaput. 70% of that region.
Yes,
It's one region. They don't always report about every town in Italy or every village.
It's true, Master.
70% crops kaput. Imagine that.
In the delta of Italy's once mighty River Po, drought has struck.
70% andato.
70% of the crop is gone, Frederica Vitali tells me. The drought has impacted a third of Italy's agriculture. 5 major food-producing Italian regions have declared a drought emergency. Climate change here isn't a myth, it's reality. In the last 10 years, Antonio says, the area planted with rice has gone down almost 50% as a result of drought.
Scenes like this are increasingly common along the Po. Whole areas usually covered by water, now exposed, turned into beaches or islands of sand in the middle of where the river usually flows. And those who provide water to farmers in the Po Valley say they're not just worried about this summer's crops, but about years to come.
A frightening prospect as people here and millions of others around the world struggle to adapt to a changing climate.
If everywhere is like that, it's no wonder people have hunger everywhere nowadays. Not to talk about Ukraine cannot export.
That's right.
That's right, Master.
Truly, heaven wants to destroy the world. You see that.
Yes, Master.
You see that through all kinds of disaster and terrible weather and all kinds of just weird deaths, weird diseases, all kinds of things. The people became even more violent everywhere. In peaceful countries, in peaceful times, not just in Ukraine, not just in the war.
Yes, Master.
etc.
Ah, God, every day I don't know how I continue to live here, really. Sometimes I want to just go. It feels too much, too much. Okay, it's good that you asked all these questions. I like your questions. I'm glad you noticed what I said and then remember to ask about it, to clear it. Because I don't always remember to explain more clearly, yeah?
Yes, Master.
For me, it was clear already. And I thought I knew already, but I forgot that you don't know.
Yes, Master.
What else? Anything else that I can clear your mind with?
Maybe one more, Master.
Okay, tell me.
You said before that the COVID viruses were revengeful souls. Is that the same case for the monkeypox, Master?
Yeah.
Ah.
All the viruses, they are the same. They are not just from the air. They are not like feathers or no soul, no feelings, nothing. They do have feelings and souls. They have an organized group who is doing what where and who is going to get it.
Oh. Do they also have a monkeypox chief?
Oh, they do, of course. They do, of course. And sub-chiefs and all that.
Ah.
But I don't deal with the sub. I deal with the chief, chairman,
Yes, Master.
president. Because he knows everything already. Why do we have to go one by one?
Right,
Yes, Master.
Every region, they have a sub-chief, of course. And of sub-variants, they have a chief also.
Wow.
Not every variant is the same. Not all the COVID viruses are the same.
Yes, Master.
And not everyone they attack the same. They have a very organized, precise way of attacking.
Wow.
Yeah, to some they give more, some less. You can see that, maybe even without me explaining.
Yes, Master.
You observe the things that are happening in the world, just from COVID-19 alone, you will see some get more sick, some get less.
Yeah, that's true, Master.
Some don't have anything and still didn't have any vaccine, but some even have a booster 2, 3, 4 times even. In Israel, they won the 5th time. I don't know if they carried it out, but they wanted to. And still get COVID.
Yes, Master.
And some walk around everywhere. Some doctors work in overwhelmed hospitals, get nothing. And some just come in and die of COVID. Did I answer everything?
Yes, Master. Thank you very much, Master.
Yeah, I'm not talking to the monkeypox chief yet. I don't need to. I don't want to anymore. It was just one time because of that nurse, such a good nurse in that hospital, got COVID and died within just a very short time,
Yes, Master.
And so I was kind of angry. I thought it's not fair.
Right, Master.
That's why I talked to the COVID chief. Otherwise, I probably would have never talked to him.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
It was just like something hit me at that time. I was angry. Then I dragged him out. Sorry. Like, you can't just kill anybody like that. Why, yeah?
Yes.
So he explained to me. With just one example like that, I would also understand many other examples, different examples. But I'm only talking to you guys and my so-called disciples. How many people even care to listen to me? Anyway, sometimes I feel also a little down, you know. It's a lot of work and you guys work so hard and it's kind of difficult to see any results from where we are.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
It's just working and just hoping it was. Sometimes it feels useless. All this time already, so much sickness spread everywhere from disease, disaster, and even a sun flare and comets coming, and even a Chinese rocket is dropping down to Earth, and the scientists don't even know where it will land yet.
Oh.
And another Chinese rocket is slammed into the moon, uncontrollable.
Oh.
It's not just a Chinese fault or their technique or bad or anything. It's just the way it happened. Everywhere it's just catastrophe.
Yes, Master.
Ta đi thơ thần quanh hồ, lòng như liễu nguyện ngẩn ngơ nẻo chân. Ta đi thơ thần quanh hồ, lòng như liễu nguyện ngẩn ngơ nẻo chân.
After all, if you have a choice to not harm another living sentient being, why wouldn't you choose compassion, peace, and love, particularly at Christmas time? Jean Armstrong, vegan.